Aloha mai kako pakahi apau. My name is Mana Kaleilani Caceres, and I'm standing here today, February 28, 2009, here at the Palace, Iolani Palace. We're here today, nothing to do with the palace itself. It goes far older than that, and it's behind me is a burial mound, of which probably one of our oldest ancestors are buried there. I am told that the bones under that mound is so old that it's actually dust already. Yeah, and you think about it when you know these construction sites are digging up Hawaiian or Kanaka Maoli or Iwi Kupuna, they're actually still bones that they're finding. So you figure those bones in itself are kahiko. Those bones are old, but the bones that are here under this mound are even older than that. So we just came here to kind of observe that sacredness of it. Did a ceremony, of course, laid offering on the ahu, and after that, in which we just sat around just talking story. And in doing so, we were weaving tea leaf lei, and right now some of us are over there intermingling these leis into one long lei, kind of like what needs to happen with all of us here in Hawaii. We need to bring our mana'os together and weave them together as one collective mana'o. Borrowing words from Andre Perez, and in the words of the United States, in their own admission, what they did 116 years ago was an act of war. So today we are walking around in this so-called fraudulent state of Hawaii, and a majority of the people out there don't know that this is a war still going on. The act of war happened 116 years ago. The war isn't over. It's still happening today. What it is it's a war between the United States of America and the Kanaka Maoli, or the Kingdom of Hawaii. Now, up until this point, the last 116 years, we haven't been even on the battlefield because, you know, of course, America formulated all these things, and it's by no accident that we're not on the battlefield. You know, all these different groups, you know, some want a nation within a nation, some want the Hawaiian kingdom, I want my family to be in charge of the kingdom, you want your family to be in charge of the kingdom. We're too busy fighting amongst ourselves to actually even walk onto the battlefield. And the only way we're going to win this war, the only way we're going to win, is if the Kanaka Maoli is a whole being. The Kanaka Maoli versus the United States of America. And until that happens, we're just going to be amongst our own little corners, you know, I'm right, you're wrong, whatever have you. We need to somehow, some way or another, come together and figure out, I don't know if it's going to be by voting or by consensus or what, but we need to all decide that what we, at some certain time, we're going to decide this, and whatever is decided is how we're all going to move, period. Maybe some people vote for me, 10 people, 11 people vote for you. This guy over here get 30. Hey, he win. We're going to kako'o this. We're going to go in that direction. And it's not for me to say, oh, I only got 10 votes. I never win. I'm not going to support. That's how we all going to lose. We all need to decide that through a democratic system or whatever have you. That's for us to decide how we're going to move from today forward. And once we do that, we move forward into this whole consciousness of being whole versus the United States of America. I think after that happens, we can, you know, stand pono and stand with the backing of, you know, the community of the world as a whole, as to we are this entity and we are not going away. You know, after that happens, we become a stronger force to where we can actually take up our grievances and our claims in an international court of law, which this case needs to be heard at. The fact that the United States Supreme Court is hearing this case is, how heavy is that? It needs to be heard on the international level because it is an international crime. My kuleana is what I think, and I know my kuleana is to go out there and just educate other people about the kuleana that is out there. You know, the whole fact that this fraudulent state of Hawaii, the 50th state, they plagiarized the words from our king, "Uomau ke'ea o ka'aina I kapono." The life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness. It's the state motto, "Uomau ke'ea o ka'aina." Borrowing words from Kaleikoa, of course. When you look at that on the simplest form, the sovereignty, the state itself is telling you this, yeah, on their model. The sovereignty of the land needs to be perpetuated in righteousness. Now, this case that Linda Lingle is taking up with this is the exact opposite of this state model. When you put a dollar amount on something like the aina, you're taking away the sacredness of it. It is no longer pono because you're putting a dollar amount to it. And you know, that's just how the whole American system is you know, like if something bad were to happen and you would lose a family member or a keiki, you know, wrongfully, you could sue somebody for like $1 million for a family member. And that in itself is, that's like, you know, me looking at one of my keiki saying, okay, my kids is worth a couple $1 million a piece, yeah? And that is heva, and that is wrong because it takes away the whole sacredness of this being my child. This is my keiki. There is no dollar value. It is priceless. The Kanaka Maoli, you know, the Kanaka Kahiko Loa, you know, back before Kanaka Haole came, had that mentality. It's sacred. And that is the mentality that we Kanaka Maoli have to remind ourselves that that sacredness is of the aina also. The aina is you know, an older relative of ours. It's like one of our kupunas. We cannot put a dollar amount, a dollar value on the land, just like we cannot put a dollar amount, a dollar value on our keiki. So the state saying, "Ua ke o ka aina I ka pono." You know, the sovereignty, the life of this land is perpetuated in righteousness. Yet they're putting a dollar amount on it. It's already going against their very own state model. So it is a challenge to everybody who calls Hawaii a home, and especially the Kanaka Maoli, to look at things even on the most simplistic platform there is. Yeah, we need to perpetuate the sovereignty of the land, and to do so, there is no dollar amount that can be posted on that, because you, like I said, by doing so, you take away the whole sacredness of it. It is no longer sacred. It is an asset. And my keiki, my children, my parents, my friends that I have, you know, everybody that I surround myself with, everything, it's not an asset. Yeah, it is something sacred. You cannot put a dollar amount on somebody, and the aina is our responsibility, and we cannot malama aina if we agree to the United States of America by putting a dollar amount on the aina. So once again, my name is Mana Kaleilani Caceres, and I stand for complete independence from the United States of America.
Mahalo. Is there, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, is there a website, or I understand you do some awesome music. Is there any way that they can get in touch with you if they want to learn more, or get in touch with you as far as listening to what you put out?
Yes, absolutely. You can go check me out at www.mauliworld.com/IB Hawaiian. That's IBE Hawaiian. I got some music on there. You guys can please feel free to listen to. You can email me direct at mana@ibhawaiian.com. Email me your comments, please. Whether you agree with me, whether you not agree with me, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk story. In my opinion, you know, it's not okay anymore. From this day forth, the Kanaka Maoli, we cannot just agree to disagree anymore, because in doing so, we're gonna be forever in this perpetuated state of disagreement, and from that, there's not going to be any holomua. We cannot progress if I'm in my corner, you're in your corner. Hey, we're not really mad at each other, but we're disagreeing. No, that is no longer, I think, something that we should be looking towards or at. We need to no longer agree to disagree. We're going to get together and we're going to agree on a destination that we need to go for. Once again, mahalo.
Mahalo. Thank you so much. Aloha.